Pokemon's 30th anniversary is the biggest drop in years, and every botter out there is already preparing for September 16th, October 2nd, and November 6th. They're the exact date that Pokemon's 30th anniversary is releasing around the world. And the ultimate question I'm getting asked is, how much does it actually cost to set up a bot ready for Pokemon's 30th anniversary so you can actually secure the products that you want? So first up, we have the bot, the foundation that everything else sits on top of. And for Pokemon's 30th anniversary, there are two bots worth talking about. These bots are at two very similar levels, so whichever one you choose isn't going to affect you that much. But number one, we have Stellar AI, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know how much I've mentioned this bot, how many videos I've done. It has been incredibly consistent on UK websites over the last couple of years, helping collectors secure thousands of boxes of Pokemon over all the various different sets. Stellar AI has a flawless module on Pokemon Center, and I wouldn't even want to know the amount of Pokemon boxes this has got through it. It has stuff like AI capture solvers, as you can edit your tasks on the fly, and if anybody's thinking about botting Pokemon Center for the 30th anniversary, then Stellar AI is definitely a solid choice, and I would be very surprised if it was to let you down on the drop. The cost of the bot is $299. It's billed quarterly, so you pay $299 and you get that for 3 months, and then you pay another $299 and so forth. That roughly works out at about £235 every single 3 months. We also have a discount in our Botting Mentorship, which is the link in the description as well. We actually include the bot for free with our Botting Mentorship. And moving into bot number two, a bot that I've not talked about too much on the channel is a bot called Hidden AIO. There has been a lot of noise around Hidden AIO, and it's been doing incredibly well on tons of different websites like Argos and Ferry and John Lewis. It also supports Pokemon Center as well, and it's incredibly good on Pokemon Center. So ultimately, these two bots are at very similar levels. But again, it's what you kind of prefer, whether you kind of prefer this like new hot shotty bot, or you kind of prefer something that's performed incredibly well over a couple of years period of time. Hidden AIO has an initial fee of $199, works out about £160-ish, and after that it is $50 a month as well, which works out about £40-ish as well. It has pretty much all of the same features as Stellar, so whichever one you go for, you are going to be in good hands. Next up, we have proxies, and this is what a lot of botters underestimate. And on a drop as important as Pokemon's 30th anniversary, getting this wrong can cost you absolutely everything. So for Pokemon's 30th anniversary, you're firstly going to need two different types of proxies. The first type of proxies you will need is residential proxies. They are pay as you go, so think about like an old phone contract. You buy 10 gigabytes worth of data. As you use your bot, as you let it run on websites and stuff like that, it will draw down your data until ultimately you've got 0 data left, and then the proxies will stop working. The good thing about residential proxies, it's very easy to get thousands of different IP addresses, which is required for some websites where your bot will need to rotate IP address constantly. That is the first type of proxy we need. The second type of proxy we need is ISP. Think about ISPs just like actually going out there and buying an unlimited data plan that gives you one IP address but unlimited data usage, so you could run 1,000 tasks, 1,000 websites on that one IP address. It wouldn't cost you anything more. With residential proxies, you can get tons of different IP addresses. It's for very cheap. With ISPs, you can get unlimited usage, but not a lot of quantity of different IP addresses for relatively cheap as well. You will need both. Pokemon Center, ISPs are generally way better than residential proxies. One thing to mention, even though you might generate 5,000 proxies on a residential proxy provider's website, them IP addresses will often have a session time associated with them. Session time just means how often them 5,000 IP addresses will change IP addresses again. When you're in the Pokemon Center queue, you don't want your IP address to change. Guess what? You kicked out the queue and you're right back to the start. Two different places where you can buy residential proxies from. Number one is One Stop Proxies. You're looking at around £22-ish for 5 gigabytes of data. That will probably do you pretty well on Pokemon's 30th anniversary drop, especially for 1 or 2 waves of it. Well, let's say you need 15 ISPs, so you can run 15 tasks on Pokemon Center. Then again, that will cost you around £20 as well. So you could look at that about £40-ish for a basic proxy setup that can actually get you some Pokemon's 30th anniversary. After that, a final section to mention is tools, little toolboxes that go alongside your bot and kind of aid you in some different services. The first tool that I'm going to mention is Titan AIO. People use it very often in the UK to bot Amazon invites. Some of the best Amazon invite bots out there. It's very cheap to generate accounts. It enters the accounts for you into the invites, and ultimately Pokemon's 30th anniversary will be available for Amazon invites in the UK. The bot itself costs around £50, but when it comes to doing Amazon invites, there are other costs associated with it, and you can expect for 1,000 Amazon accounts, it's going to cost you around £100. That is what the kind of general consensus is. I must say though, while Amazon do have an incredible amount of Pokemon stock out there, it is not really required to get Pokemon's 30th anniversary. It's just kind of an initial bonus kind of thing that you could do. The next toolbox that you might end up getting as well is called Skyridge. It is essentially a more budget-friendly version of Titan, but it also has a bunch of other features as well that will aid you in botting. Skyridge costs around £23 a month. It has the same features as Titan in terms of Amazon, but it also has a bunch more other features as well that a lot of botters can find useful. The thing I will say about this tools section is it is not required. If I was brand new, starting out, I would not be focusing on this section. I would just be thinking about my bot, I'd be thinking about my proxy. It is just another way to increase your chances. I thought it's worth mentioning because a lot of experienced botters out there do have these kind of tools. And finally, we have how much money you will need to actually buy Pokemon's 30th anniversary, and the pricing is already out there, so I'll break it down for you. If you wanted to go out there and you wanted to buy 2 of every single box releasing a Pokemon's 30th anniversary, you would need $1,000 or around £768. We'll put all the pricing on screen right now so you can kind of see. At the end of the day, one of the most important rules in botting is about spreading your risk. Some products are going to be way more popular than other products in the Pokemon's 30th anniversary. Think about, is it better if I go for these ones instead and get the same amount of packs if I went for this one, and kind of spread your risk like that. Don't just come in here and think, yeah, I'm just getting ETBs, I'm just getting UPCs. That is it. There's so many opportunities for all of these different products, all releasing in different ways and all stuff like that. So make sure you keep your eye on the ball in that case. And then finally, I'm just going to summarize the total costs for 2 different routes. First of all, you have the hidden AIO route, and you also have the stellar AIO route as well. In the hidden AIO route, we obviously have the bot itself coming in at 3 months worth of usage because the Pokemon's 30th anniversary drop crosses over in a 3 months period. You're going to be looking around £236 for the bot itself. Then when it comes to proxies, you're going to be looking at around £82 for the 3 months. You got to think about your 5 giga resi, £22 there. Then you also got to think about 3 months worth of the ISPs. It's going to be £60 there as well. So about £82 on that front. And then finally, if you want one of each product, that is roughly going to cost you around £394, which brings our grand total to about £712 for one of each of Pokemon's 30th anniversary set, bots and proxies included. And then finally, you have a Stellar AIO path. We have the bot itself at £235. Then again, we have another £82 worth of proxy costs. And then for the Pokemon itself, we need another £394 for one of each of Pokemon's 30th anniversary boxes, which brings our grand total for the Stellar path to £711, £1 cheaper than hidden AIO. So there really is not much different in which angle you go for. They're both pretty much the exact same. I guess what I'd say to you, it's more about which kind of risk you want to take. And if you wanted guidance on how to use bots to get Pokemon's 30th anniversary, a Botting Mentorship where we give you the bot, give you the proxies, give you the guidance, full videos on how to do everything, the whole lot, one-to-one support whenever you want it, because we understand that it's very hard for people to come into this game with no botting experience to actually go out there and get the Pokemon boxes they want. There's a link in the description of this video where you can check it out more, you can have a look, all of that good stuff, and our team can be in touch on there as well if you choose to do so. That is all for this video, people. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think about Pokemon's 30th anniversary. Let me know if you think it's going to be as hard as everybody's saying it's going to be. And people, I'll see you in the next video.